Fulham being asked to step up on the defensive end because of the injuries. Very little in terms of defensive snaps this year. Play clock running down. Pickett escaping and throws complete for the first down. Claypool again. And the Steeler fans waving their towels and making noise with 4.5 left in regulation.
If Pickett can finish this drive off, right? I mean, this is, oh, here we go. An injury down for the Miami Dolphins.
Players seated on the sideline closest to us for Miami, Raekwon Davis, come over and get medical attention here with 4:22 to go, as Pickett has gotten into a really good rhythm on this drive with a quick pace. Let's check the spot on this one.
After discussing, the runner got to the 24-yard line. It's going to be a first down.
I thought it was a first down live, and they had marked it third down on the sticks. And this stoppage for a moment as the athletic training staff comes out to look at Davis. And gave them time to do one of those quick looks and quick reviews and get the correct call without a challenge having to be used.
So many times, Mike, when you have big situations, it's just up to the quarterback. You feel a little inside pressure here. What do? Just reverse roll right out of there. Go find your guy, turn those shoulders, pick up a big first down. And you've got to think, I guess you could kick a field goal in this situation, but for Tomlin, it just feels like 4-down territory from here on out, doesn't it?
Hey, where are we? Are we in Pittsburgh?
Look over there, man. You think.
Look at these people. Steeler fans, Cowboy fans, Packer fans, they travel so well among the fan bases around the NFL, and this place is full of terrible towels tonight. This is what you were talking about, Chris, and not just the games you lived in the old AFC North, AFC Central, but now in the AFC North over these years. Steelers get these tight, grimy games, as Tomlin might call them, and they find a way out. Right there, Pickett had two guys in motion. He stopped everybody, get them settled. Don't get a penalty for illegal shift. Get it to Najee Harris, turn the corner right near the 15-yard line with a beefy first down gain as we dive under 4 minutes left here in regulation.
Man, you just can't help but think about that field goal. They didn't kick the field goal to take the 2-score lead, and now here they are at the end of the game. They're hoping it doesn't come back to bite.
Again, it is Harris, this time bottled up, but fights for the extra 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1. 3:45 to go. Each team a pair of timeouts down the stretch here. Josh Boyer, the defensive coordinator for Miami. Short-handed, trying to find a way. Raekwon Davis back in the game.
Is this the time they do something a little tricky with Pickett?
It's Miles Boykin in motion, and he's going to push Pickett, but there is a flag down as Boykin came from the near side and then in motion, and this may be that illegal shift. Play did gain a first down, so I'm almost sure it did. Yes, it did.
Illegal shift on the offense. 2 players were moving at the same time, did not reset. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And Terry McCauley watching back in the studio. That's the correct call there, Terry?
It is, Mike. You can see the right side of the line shifted as the motion man went in motion. That is a foul for an illegal shift.
All right, so it backs up Terry to the 20. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. 3:14, only 2 timeouts. Got 2 plays to get it.
Little rollout plays have been their go-to here so far.
Pickett, look right, now back to the left. Scramble play, flags down. As Pickett trying to get towards the first down marker. Lost the ball out of bounds. He's ruled out a yard shy of the first down. But right at the point where he turned the corner, it looks for all the world like a holding penalty. We'll discuss it with Mike McDaniel, the option.
Holding. Offense number 65. A 10-yard penalty. They're down.
And the Dolphin player down, Jalen Phillips.
And here's what happens all the time, Mike, is that all offensive linemen hold, right? So they get a grip on a guy inside, but it doesn't get seen until they pull and go the other way, and all of a sudden they can't react quickly enough to just let it go, and it's a hold, and you see it a lot.
Phillips coming off as the athletic training staff came out. So the Steelers, 2 massive penalties. Now they're back to the 30, and they need 16 yards here with 3:06 to go.
Now, I do think if they don't have a completion here, you probably do kick the field goal.
Kick it and play defense. Because, of course, you have a 2-minute warning clock stoppage as well. Dolphins bring 4. Pickett in the middle. He's intercepted. Trying to force it in. And the safety, Javon Holland, took it away. And he's got it around midfield. Big play by the captain of the Dolphins defense.
Sometimes you have to learn the hard way. For Kenny Pickett, 3rd down and 15. You know what they're going to be in. You know Javon Holland's going to sit on that route right at the sticks. Here he is lurking down inside. Great defensive call that time by Josh Boyer. Put his guy in the perfect position to make this play. And it is significant. You see the ball wobbling coming out there with the rain and the wet ball, and Pickett wearing those gloves. Push the envelope just a little too far.
He wears gloves all the time. There's a lot of talk about his hand size coming out of college and wore the gloves his last couple of years at Pittsburgh. So the Dolphins try to salt this away. Most with the carry. Steelers will let it run down here and now take the timeout. 4 extra seconds bleeding off there as they stop it at 2. That's going to be
Pittsburgh.
Brought back here.
30-second timeout.
To at least 2:44. They're going to have to clean up that clock.
Timer, please reset the game clock to 2 minutes, 45 seconds, 2:45.
So just unforced errors really at the end, right?
Right.
Illegal shift, come on, you don't have illegal shifts. It's crazy. And Kenny Pickett actually caught him on one earlier and fixed it, and then you get the holding call, and then you put your young quarterback in an uncomfortable position, and he's competitive and he wants to make a play and he makes a bad play. But that guy right there, Javon Holland, there are all kinds of comparisons to great players that have ever played this game, and talk about it out loud, but they do talk about him in that way.
2nd and 6. Steelers have 1 timeout left. Got to make a stop here. Mostert, maybe 3. They'll stop the clock at 2:41. Be powerless to stop it. Again, the timeout they had to use on offense on that last drive when their personnel was not straightened out means you're going to have to let this one run down to the 2-minute warning. And if Miami can pick up a 1st down, they'll be in business. You know, Chris, you were on it. That 3rd and 1 play, they were being successful. They were moving the ball, and they went to a trick to have Boykin come right behind the quarterback and push him, a la Philly, who they're going to see next week. And, you know, those tricks are great sometimes, right? Sometimes they're difference makers, and that's the conundrum of a play caller. You just stay basic there. You're going to pick up that 1 yard with 2 shots at it.
I mean, it's a killer, right?
Yeah.
It was going perfectly.
Yeah.
You had the defense on their heels. They were tired into the game. It was so Pittsburgh Steelers in the way the game was going.
Gotta have it here for Pittsburgh's hopes. 3rd and 3. And Tua on the boot will look and throw, and it's almost intercepted. So that is a gift, because not only is it no 1st down, we have an injured Steeler on the play. It is Levi Wallace who is down. And the Dolphin athletic training staff on this side comes over until the Steelers staff can come out to tend to their player.
You want to put this in the dropped interception category, which I think you have to. That is number 4 on the night.
Well, Mike McDaniel, a little sigh of relief on that. It wasn't picked again. It's been a familiar refrain on that sideline. However, what it does, it gives Kenny Pickett at Pittsburgh some hope. I know they're disappointed they don't get the pick, but the hope it gives them is it's a gift because it stops the clock. So they're going to get the ball back on this side, the fat side of the 2-minute warning, which will give them plenty of time, even though they're out of timeouts, to try to get a drive going and get down the field. Obviously, they need a touchdown, but
I mean, realistically, time shouldn't be a factor.
Not now, not now. And if you run there, even if you don't get it, it gets the 2-minute warning. You get inside of that, it's 4th and short, whatever. But it buys them 35 seconds.
But I will say this too. You know, remember Mitchell Trubisky was the starting quarterback all the way through camp. So really, you've only had Kenny Pickett with a chance to work the 2-minute drill, maybe 2 full weeks of practice during this entire season. So we'll see how much experience he has with that.
We saw Morstead over his New Orleans years do a great job of pinning teams inside the 10. So short field, he puts it high, and Olszewski, all he can do is fair catch it at the 13-yard line. So Morstead does his job, and now Kenny Pickett gets another chance. The rookie with 2.5 to go. He's seen a Miami defense that had only 1 interception in the first 6 games pick him off twice. Defensive coordinator Josh Boyer is down defensive backs with injury, including losing a safety in this game. Can Pickett take the Steelers down the field and, as a rookie, spoil the Tua return night here in Miami? There we go.
What did Mike Tomlin say? Kenny Pickett was born to do it.
From the 13. Get to Freiermuth. The tight end gets 7 to the 20-yard line. Teams always talk about get that first down in a 2-minute drill. Just get in some sort of a rhythm. So 10. Pickett throws again, complete one more time to the 28-yard line. Busy tight end. Barely see it's Freiermuth there with the jersey all rolled up as we get to the 2-minute warning. Steelers were on the ropes at the start. They have hung in there. They're back in it. Out of timeouts. 73 yards to go. Can they get there and win? In the last 3 seasons, there have only been 2 games with no points scored in the second half. The Week 2 Monday Nighter in Philadelphia with the Vikings and the Eagles was 1. And this one is, to this point, this would be the second one. It was 16-10 at the break. We remain there now. Miami didn't go for a field goal in the 3rd quarter when they were in field goal range. Thus, Pittsburgh has a chance with no timeouts to try to win this one. 1st and 10. Pickett is pressured, escapes into the bench area. See 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I don't know if you have time to just nickel and dime it all the way down the field. At some point, you need to hit something of a little substance here. But these are the kind of moments when you're a young quarterback. You want to win over a town, you want to win over a team, you want to win over your coach, go win a game.
Talk about those big chunk plays. Only 1 play in the passing game over 13 yards tonight. Pickett trying to find a space to throw it. He had to take off. He gets a few yards. It's 3rd down, but more importantly, that clock runs, and Pittsburgh's got to go quick here. 1:40 to go. Claypool switches sides, goes to the top of the screen in the slot. 90 seconds left. Dolphins bring it 4. Pickett throws the crosser. Claypool can't get the first down over the sideline, and it's a gotta have it 4th down coming. And again, valuable time ticking off, but they've got to get the first down to 1 play.
See if they have a spy on Pickett here. He's got to be tempted, at least be thinking about trying to convert this himself.
4th down. Pickett gotta have it. The throw is caught in the middle of the field by Freiermuth at the 46-yard line. Hands the ball to the official. 55 to go. 21 on the game. Pickett will spike it. Big play. Freiermuth going to come over to the bench for a moment.
And what happened? They did have a spy on the play. And what that meant was nobody helping down the middle. They were thinking about Pickett and him taking off and running. So they have the spy underneath Jerome Baker, and it really set up the throw down the field. Great job by Pickett to understand that if that guy is there, there is going to be space behind him.
Pickett threw it over 50 times in the blowout game against Buffalo, his first start. Over the 47, here he is again, crossing Deontay Johnson to race to the sideline. What a good move he made to get there. Xavier Howard thought he had him corralled. A little okey-doke move, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, and a first down.
Yeah, that was the first time really we've seen this entire game Deontay Johnson show up. And Xavier Howard was going to beat him to the sideline, and ended up Deontay Johnson picked up a few extra. But this now is game on.
George Pickens is coming to the bottom of the screen. That guy is the one who makes the circus catches. Had one for the only Steeler touchdown tonight. Pickett throwing in the middle and is caught once again by Freiermuth. He's at the 25, but we're down to 35 on the clock. Gained 8 at 2nd and 2. Olszewski has to switch sides, wasting valuable time. Pickett. Escape, thought about running, has to fire instead to the sideline. Igbenogany didn't come down with the 2nd foot. Holland says review it. Line judge comes down for a conversation.
It looked like 1 foot. And it also looked like Pickett could have run for about 20 yards on that one.
Chris, he may have this. He may have this.
Let's look.
Igbenogany, 1 down,
He
2
got
down.
it. He got it.
And the Dolphins start to run around and celebrate here on the field as the officials' conversation continues.
on the field is that the defender caught the ball, got 2 feet inbounds in the end zone for a touchdown.
And he kept that right hand on the ball as he came down. It was just starting to move when the point of the ball hit the field, but they rule it's an interception. And Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins are going to get a 4th win here on the season.
What a game by the backup defensive backs of the Miami Dolphins. When we were at practice the other day and we saw Igbenogany and Justin Bethel and Xavier Howard and started to realize that was going to be it, I'm like, the Steelers are going to go after those 2 guys, number 9, number 20, all night long. You know what? They did, and they didn't give it up. They just didn't give it up. Fantastic job by the back end of the roster here tonight.
And Noah Igbenogany comes up big one more time. And Mike McDaniel, all he's done is beat Bill Belichick and John Harbaugh and Sean McDermott and now Mike Tomlin. Pretty good roll call for your first 4 NFL wins as a head coach.
But I think more than anything, they are establishing that offense, that outside zone, the play action off of it. Tua made it through the game tonight, right? All good signs for the Miami Dolphins.
No points scored in the 2nd half, but a team that had 1 interception all season. The Miami Dolphins on the defensive side come up with 4, and Tua Tagovailoa's return to the lineup after 3 weeks sitting out makes it now 4 games finished, 4 games won by the Dolphins quarterback.